So right now, you're essentially doing this work now, right?
Well, not typically. I think there's more vision that's required, and that's why this committee was formed, and how I'm viewing your committee. That the vision would be, how do we plan for all of this? You know, because obviously we only have a certain amount of revenue that comes
Right.
in through taxation.
Right.
So that's basically what I'm thinking of. The other thing I had thought of is, when you were going through your list of what to take under consideration
Yep.
for the plan, and that might be personnel increases. You know, like a department may have a vision that, oh, we only have Sarah in the office, but it's become so busy that we need an additional full-time person in the office. So I would think that that would be part of what you would take.
You're envisioning that that's part of the capital improvement plan,
Mm,
is personnel.
yeah, use people as
Mhm.
capital.
Yeah, because that would be an increase in the budget, that could potentially be like another $50,000
Right.
added to the budget.
Yeah.
At least and try to work up to how you increase that without shocking the town taxes.
Mhm.
Also, if you wanted to work with the road crew, what kind of club would you have? For example, if you wanted Riddle Hill Road reopened? And, you're negative now.
No, they wouldn't have anything to do with reopening a road.
Who would?
Select board.
Yeah, you would go to the select board if there was an issue with the road.
I mean, that was just an example,
Yeah.
because,
Yeah, reopening roads would be the select board handling, not the,
so the select board would increase the road crew budget in order to get that accomplished. Would that be part of this capital improvement plan, to make it easier for people to get around, easier for Mitch to access Route 4 from his house?
Oh, you're talking about that,
The
that's.
road infrastructure
the
is probably,
class six part,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
won't ever be reopened.
Yeah,
But
but
I
I see her example, I
Yeah.
understand what she's saying.
I would,
Maybe.
I would say for road infrastructure, because that's where you're going, Jen, right?
Yeah, right,
If, I would think that was something we would be looking at,
yeah.
if that's something that we would want to examine, and,
Mhm.
you know, if the
That's
public is
awesome.
saying, hey, let's take a look at this, that could be something that we can look at under highway.
Or does that already happen in a different way, you're saying?
No, not really, because we haven't run into that.
Mhm.
I don't think that's a bad idea, Leaf. If it's like
But when I
just the road
said-
commission itself, that's different,
That's
but
different
now I see what
maintenance.
you're saying,
Yeah,
like,
it's reopening
take
road
reopening a road that,
or closing off a road.
yeah, changing it with something that would be
Yeah.
a huge expense, that,
Well, it'd be the road infrastructure.
Yeah, that'd be a great way to utilize.
Not that we would do it, but one of, and Jen can correct me, would be like if we wanted to pave, or if we wanted to do,
Well,
it'd be improving the infrastructure.
Yeah.
so for Canaan, for example, when Canaan decided that they were going to, their huge road project that they have to do for their dirt roads, they have to basically rebuild. They have to tear down their dirt roads, they have to dig down so far and rebuild, and it's huge, huge expense. That started through the capital improvement
Yeah,
plan
yeah.
to get it to where it is now. Now that it's actually moving forward, they've removed it from the capital improvement plan because now it's actively happening. But to get to that point, it went to the capital improvement plan to figure out, the capital improvement plan helped figure out what they would need, how long it would take to get there, in order for them to get to where they are now, to be able to start it. So that's not a bad idea.
Or the recycling center, if we ever had to expand it or move it.
Yeah, because that's.
I could see that being a capital improvement that should
Yep.
show up on the plan.
Yeah.
for sure.
Our plan is, even after we build it, it's advisory, not regulatory, right?
Right, yeah.
And it's a
advisory.
change.
Yeah.
So it's a breathing, living document that we can go back and review and be like, okay, we wanted this done in 10 years, but the road conditions, I'll use Jen's example, is deteriorating, so we need to move this up somehow,
Right.
type of thing. It's
Yeah.
fluctuates
Advisory.
to meet the needs of Grafton.
The other thing I was thinking of, since we really don't have a plan, you know, like the master plan for our town, given that the last time one was written was 1988,
Mhm.
I was wondering how extensive could this committee be in really looking at what's the vision for our town? Where do we go? How do we create a transportation hub, to quote someone who mentioned that? How do you create a transportation hub, because we have an aging population and, you know, getting around certainly is a consideration. So things of that nature, is that feasible under this committee?
I do know that at the planning board, we've been discussing for quite a while now the fact that our master plan is from 1982, you said?
88.
1988, and it's probably time to update it. So we've actually been talking a fair amount about that at the planning board. And I know Angus, for instance, is anxious to kind of work on it, I think. So that's, I see that as more of a planning board role, but maybe this committee has some, you know,
Yeah, there may be overlap.
there may be some overlap with.
Yeah, because I think, you know, having a master plan, having a capital improvement planning committee helps keep, you know, with that master plan too.
Mhm.
So yeah, I could see that. That'd be great.
Are there other comments?
Kind of scratching the paper.
I have one more quick thought. If
Yep.
we do have incidental expenses such as mailing or copying, the planning board has a $200 budget, which we don't really spend because we just keep rolling it over. Can we use that? Is this under the planning board enough that we could?
Yeah, you
If
guys
we
are
had
the planning board, so I
incidental.
would imagine that that would be an appropriate.
Okay,
Okay, so,
good to know.
And that's a good thought for budget season too, is the potential of having this committee may require an increase in the planning board's budget too. Right, I'm looking.
Keep that under
I was
consideration.
gonna say, I'm looking at you
We'll negotiate.
for guidance.
Would there
I think
be-
that's a,
Could there be possibly a line item specific for this committee, instead of just keeping it all in?
So instead of having it be like, so you kind of separate it and be like, okay, so this committee will have, say, $500 to spend for whatever we need, you know, or paper mailings.
yeah, I can also find out other towns how they track a budget for a planning committee.
Mhm.
Find out the dynamics.
I don't
Sounds
know.
like we go negotiate with the budget committee.
I don't know what expenses we might have. I mean, if we didn't have Sarah and her resources, we might need to, you know, find a professional, but I don't know. Except for mailing or copying,
Yeah,
you know,
so-
file folders or something like that.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
supplies. Let's see, we're just having a small budget for supplies. Something to think about, so you guys are meeting, if you, like, those little things that you're finding that you need an expense for, make sure you note those down so that when it comes to budget season, that can be considered. And that'd be a great idea. But in the meantime, if you need something, let me know.
Because I know once we actually start going, we're gonna have a lot of paperwork, so we might need a small filing cabinet or a drawer somewhere,
Yeah. Yeah.
expandable file,
Mhm.
but then it just needs a place to live,
Mhm.
so.
Okay, is there anything else? So in order for us to meet on July 25th, what do we need we need public notice, right?
Yeah, so it needs to be posted on the website.
And so you'll take care of that?
Yeah, Heather or I, you know,
Yes,
just so we give Heather access to that page, but she's already does the train, she already has the training because she does the welfare and the
Trust
cemetery,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, great.
Did you give it back to me?
I don't remember. So, yeah. And then, yeah, so it'll be posted there and then on the
How much
Calendar.
time, how much notice do we have to give?
24.
Oh, 24 hours?
That's an unscheduled meeting though, so if we stick to the,
If you
Fourth.
stick to that, it'll already be posted, so you don't have to worry about it, but if you change it.
If we had it, yeah.
Or do a new meeting,
Mhm.
you need to do it at least 24 hours in
Okay,
advance.
okay.
or like the breakout session that we actually working on
Yeah.
paperwork.
Yeah.
We would have to do the 24 hours.
Okay.
And that's just on our website, we don't have to do the newspaper or anything like that.
No, it just has to be posted in 2 places, so you've got the website, and then if it's a regularly scheduled meeting, it'll show up on the calendar I put in the window next to the main door.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I always, if it's like a special meeting that gets posted, then I print a copy and put it on the bulletin board.
Mhm.
So, because it just has to be in 2 places.
So do we try to look at policies that other towns in our situation have for theirs?
That could be a good homework assignment before the
Yes, when we
meeting.
come, we at least have.
Yeah, let's each commit to looking at what's out there.
And I know we don't have internet, but could we have just somebody with a device and typing?
I get my
do you wanna-
laptop.
Okay.
I mean, if you get a laptop or
Unless you-
tablet.
That works for me.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then we can ask our other 2 members if they wanna bring a laptop or whatever.
Mhm. Okay, what else?
Make a motion to dismiss?
Sounds like we're there.
Is that what a second is?
I'll
Second,
say-
oh, okay.
Have a second.
Yeah. 1907,
All in favor?
we don't need to do that.
Oh, no, okay.
So 707 actually.
Well, thank you.
So, thank you guys again, I think you guys did an amazing job for the first kickoff.
Well, thank you for your guys'
Sounds like
guidance.
fun.
That was very
Thanks,
helpful.
Yeah.
That's why I brought